ក្រិយាមិនសេពគ្រប់នៅបុគ្គលពីលហើយយើងអាចសម្គាល់នៅបុគ្គលពីលបានដោយវិធីណាគឺនេះគ្រាន់តែជាការរៀនអាននេះស្ដាប់កំសាន្តទាំងអស់គ្នា not to associate with pearls. There are two kinds of people in this world, good people and bad people. Buddhism teaches us to develop ourselves to be prosperous by means of our wholesome beneficial behavior. First, we need to know the nature of bad people so that we can avoid associating with them. Otherwise, we may participate with them and will have no chance to develop ourselves. And the higher blessing are the 38 types of wholesome beneficial behavior. The Lord Buddha said are not to associate with poor or bad person. And how can we know which person is good or bad? There are two viewpoints to consider, the view of wise men and the view of the Lord Buddha. Both see the same phenomena but have different opinions. We may compare this with the way that people in general look at a sick man and see that he needs to be cured. But the doctor discovers what kind of disease he had before he gives any medicine to him. In the same way that the wise man look at a fool or bad person in a different way from the way of the Lord Buddha views him. And now, the view of the wise man. Now we can follow the two ways of beneficial behavior. Wise men have mentioned how can we know who is a poor or bad person. The 5 factors which we can study are as follows. Poor or bad persons always persuade us into wrong ways. Poor or bad persons can be anyone in society. They may even be living with us or be a member of our family. Because we cannot tell by looking at them, we also cannot tell by their dress, will or poverty. Each person is just showing us a form of human being. Perhaps any of us may be living with poor or may be related to them, such as husband or wife, child or parent or friends. It is like someone carrying a disease, but they can still be living in harmony with their family. The only thing we can observe in the poor or bad persons is that they persuade us into wrong ways, such as persuading us to smoke a cigarette or take drugs, steal things from others, or even become violent. These kinds of things will show us their bad intention, and of course we will notice that they are poor or bad persons. Before believing someone, we had better think carefully whether what they are persuading us to do it right or wrong. And second, poor or bad person prefer to interfere and do things which are not their business. The fact is, everybody has its own work to do for their living, a responsibility in social life. Everyone has an individual background, a different situation. They also have different knowledge, ability, characteristics, and so on. The point is that poor or bad persons don't care for their own business. They also don't do their job properly, but they are interested in other people's business. They also make themselves involved in things which don't concern them, perhaps trying to interrupt somebody's job. But in some cases, for instance, creative work, they might be asked to do something for others. They also can assist someone who needs help. In some cases, even a police person can sometimes be helpful. And the third one, poors or bad person prefer to do the wrong thing. As I mentioned above, the poors are involved with other people. But I am speaking of the poor or bad person doing the wrong thing by himself. That means he or she is not perfect at an action in others' business. He or she prefers to do the bad thing alone and do it quietly. It is very difficult to observe it. But the wise man said that this poor or bad person always have a wrong view and prefer to do the wrong thing. When they have done the wrong thing or the bad thing, they will feel better and seem to be showing off what they have done, which in general people won't do. They of course feel that they themselves are the light hero. For example, if they are driving a car on the main road and overtake on the inside lane, the poor or bad persons are always breaking the law, disobeying morality, and so on.